There we go.
There we go. Now.
We thought we were live and we weren't live.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm glad y'all didn't hear him talking.
Let's see here. We can't get.
So we've got people all over the place traveling and doing all kinds. They went to the Stivers harvest celebration, and so let's see if they're still awake.
See if there's anybody still out
paying any attention.
Attention.
I know two family and all of them probably set up and they're going to go live tonight, but let's see if they paying Deep South any attention tonight.
Yeah.
And
first night we've had has been warm.
Is it warm?
Yeah, it's actually a little warm. Hello, Miss Deborah. Sharon, Florida homesteader.
Well, we've got a heater going.
We've got the wood heater going, yeah. The last 2 nights has been a little on the chilly side.
Yeah, cabin life.
Cabin life, off-grid cabin life.
Yeah.
Roughing it.
Roughing it. It's like, I think it's
Hello,
kind of
Ms.
like
Denise.
Camping during the
It's
cool
like
weather.
camping during the winter time, yeah.
Yeah, it's been kind of like that. Country Homestead,
There's Miss D and all.
Lake Effect, and Craig and Rhonda and Mary Beth. Mama tried.
Deborah says 43 right now. It's 49 right now here and dropping fast.
Leap of Faith. Homestead on the Hill. Eric and Michelle and Kathy and TNS Dogs and Dragonflies. Wow. They got some nice names. Southern Blessed.
Yeah, you have to wonder how everybody comes up with their name.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, I've seen in some of the groups, people asking about how people came up with their names, and it is really unique.
Morton Outdoor says, did we plant any carrots? Yes, we did. We planted 3 beds, and Ms. Jim and I, right ahead of you, helped plant one of them, and her husband helped plant the other one.
2 weeks ago.
Yes, 2 weeks ago.
And there's some up.
They're up about that high.
We had some good rain on it, so we're going to do a walk around, hopefully this week, so you'll see what everything's looking like after the rain. That's one of our videos, hopefully coming up, if we get it done. Right? Yes. We're just...
Ifs and wins, I'm telling you.
We're just dragging some days.
I mean, we have been, oh my gosh, have we been busting it. We have not rested at all. Matter of fact, you probably look at me and tell I'm tired.
Yeah, we both are. It's been one of those weeks where we've not slowed down
we
hardly
ain't
at all.
slowed down any. Plus, I've been up the last 2 nights. So, I mean, keeping a fire going in a cabin to keep her warm and me.
He wasn't keeping me warm, I promise you. It was kind of cool.
It stayed cool, though, because we realized that we really wasn't as prepared as we thought we were. It was just freaking cold.
Well, I was kind of warm because I had Miss B Lady's quilt. She sent me a, what is it, electric
It's an
blanket?
Electric blanket, but it's...
But we're off-grid.
We're off-grid, so the electric don't work.
The electric don't work, so I didn't take the electric part. But the blanket itself is so warm, and it's made out of velour-like stuff, and y'all, it is awesome. So I had that blanket, so I was pretty toasty.
Yeah, I was just sleeping in front of the fireplace in a recliner with a throw.
That was your fault. You could have come.
I could have come to bed, but it'd have been 32 in the cabin in the morning if I woke up if I had. So I had to keep a fire going.
So we've been trying it. Y'all, we are trying to rough it. It really is. So
tonight, well, we're just trying to. We got a video coming out about this, guys. We're going to do a cabin talk here this week, and we're going to explain to y'all some of the things we've learned, some of the things we haven't learned. Yeah.
Some things we like, and some of the things we don't like.
So yes, about that particular life, about living off grid.
Oh, through my kitchen window finally caught us live.
I'm loving this weather. Yes, we're loving it.
Yeah, we like it cool, but we got to figure out the warmth, and we think we've got it going, so we're working on it.
I think we're about to get it figured out, though.
Yeah. So,
Albany Mountain says she loves her fuzzy blanket. They take it everywhere.
Yeah, well, this one went to the cabin. We had it here, and when it gets really cold, like below 30, I always drag it out because it's too heavy on a normal just above 30.
Yeah.
But I took it to the cabin, and even though we were in the 40s.
No, we're in the 30s.
We were in the 30s.
Low 30s.
It
Because
wasn't.
remember you got up that morning and had ice on the window?
Yeah, it was like 35, maybe 34, 35.
Yeah, and the
And
wind was
so
blowing.
the wind was what was
The
killing
wind was
us.
killing. The wind chill was what was killing us.
Grizz said he got a 2-minute commercial, probably a 5-minute commercial following. Oh, but the ads are done. Keep watching them ads, Grizz. Just
Keep
keep
watching
watching
them.
them. Y'all want to add? What can we sell right quick? Sugar cane. We can sell sugar cane.
Yes,
Do
we.
Grizz an ad right
Yeah,
quick.
we do Grizz and that. We have plenty of sugar cane for sale. We have planted a whole field. We're going to be making syrup, and we still have a lot left. So the sugar cane did a lot better than we thought it did. As a matter of fact, we went to an old-fashioned day today.
Oh yeah.
And they had a guy there actually grinding sugar cane to make sugar cane syrup.
With the mule.
With
I
the
have
mule.
pictures. Can I show farm day?
Yeah, let's show a few farm day
It was
pictures.
called Heritage Farm Live. So these were people from Wiggins.
Yes.
All of them were from Wiggins, and they showed up to do farm day. And so this was the first place we stopped when we went in, and these guys were.
This was a grist mill.
Grinding grits and cornmeal. And
actually friends of mine.
Yeah.
I went to school with this guy's wife.
The one that's standing on
with his
the
back
left,
to us.
the back, yeah. And then this was a view of just the corn coming down and showing you how it falls through the screen.
Yeah.
The cornmeal and the grits. And we're going to have a video next week showing a little more in depth. There's the mule.
Yes.
He was pulling the cane mill.
I love this setup there, though. The cane mill is actually on skids, so he can take it different places.
Yeah. So, and Danny got to talk to a former a judge.
A judge. I got to talk to a judge who actually has cane himself.
And he has a video on YouTube because we've watched it before, and making cane. This guy had these oxen, and they pulled a log. He just showed how they work together. And that, y'all, this is the first time I've gotten this close to oxen. I did not zoom the camera up. I got really close so you could see. I've never been that close to a big ox before. Some big guys, but not a big ox.
Yeah.
So, what number was that?
I don't know. I was watching the ox. Okay.
Okay. Then there was a lady there spinning, and this wool that she had came from a sheep that was over to the side. They brought the sheep with them so you could see the sheep before it was sheared and stuff.
Eric, we may have some for sale. It depends on how much we make.
What?
Syrup. You want to know if we have?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we might.
We might have some. And then we got to meet the bee people.
Yeah, koi bee. Koi. What was it? I forgot. Look, koi. Koi honey.
Yeah.
Was it koi? C-O-Y. Koi
C-O-Y.
honey. So we got to see that and talk to him for a while. This guy was playing the banjo, and I left Danny listening to him while I went back up to get my grits and cornmeal. I didn't want to, and he was pretty good.
He was pretty good. He did a really good job.
These girls, I went up to get my grits and cornmeal, and the cloggers were dancing, and I happened to catch them as they jumped up in the air. I thought it was a pretty good shot there of the two of them as they were dancing. They dance and clog. So this is not necessarily the old-fashioned clogging. They were clogging, but that was part of it.
Right.
And then there were 3 younger girls doing some of the clogging. You don't see that very often in dance stuff anymore. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So
thank you, Sharon. But we had a pretty good morning. It was cold, but it was good. We really enjoy getting out in the fresh, cool, clean air like that, and being able to go and meet some of the local people who do some of the things that we do.
Yeah. We didn't realize that, these people, I didn't, because I've not been here that long, but I didn't realize exactly all that they did. And that was pretty cool to be able to go meet some more of his friends and
Yeah.
get to see what's going on there.
Oh.
So they're all saying hi.
Yeah, they're all. I'm sitting here watching the comments. Everybody's still saying hello to each other. Yeah.
I just think it's awesome because we got a bunch of people here, and I don't even know. We don't have a thing that tells us how many people are even in the chat, but to watch you guys come in and week after week, you're learning who each other are through the chat. You're learning each other through other chats because I know a lot of you are in other chat rooms too. But to see you come in and enjoy, it's like a family coming in saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, how you doing?"
Christy said there's 158. One of them says 164, 161, 155.
Okay, so it's bouncing.
Yeah. So it depends on what time you came into the chat, I suppose.
Yeah.
Most of them say in the 160s. Okay.
Yeah.
So not bad.
But we can't, I mean, we don't have it where we can even see that.
Yeah, if we put it up where we can see it, we've either got to get rid of one of our screens or get rid of the other screen.
And it's easier for us to see the chat when it's blowed up. We need the chat bigger. And I could take and do away with us and blow it on up, and we could read it better.
Daniel, yes, sugarcane will grow in zone 8A. Yes.
Yeah.
And on our Etsy store, guys, we have lots of sugarcane on the Etsy store. We have butter peas on the Etsy store. We have Cherokee tan seeds on the Etsy store. We got Seminole pumpkin seeds, blue mochican corn. We have Danny corn, sweet potato manuals for growing sweet potatoes. We got English pea manuals for growing English peas. And what else? I mean, am I forgetting? Tomato seeds, I'm sure.
No, there's no more tomatoes or anything up. Unless you want to put some.
I can put some if we have to, but
we don't have tomatoes right now. It's mainly just the Cherokee tans, the Seminoles, the books, and the sugar cane, and the Danny corn.
Yeah.
Little blue mochican, I think, corn.
Gemini says she lost her buttercup winter squash from the freeze. Well, Denise, let me say something to you. Winter squash are not made to grow in the winter. Winter squash are made to grow in the summer because they last all winter.
Figure that one out.
Figure that one out. That's a lot of people do get
Oh, I asked to see you're in Arkansas. Don't you want to come to Mississippi? Come visit.
Oh, she made it to Arkansas.
Yeah, I knew she was supposed to go.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm gonna give it away.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Never mind. Don't you want to come to Mississippi? Oh. So they're talking about they don't shop the grocery one time in October and still have it went. Oh, I shop in the cellar too.
We shop in our root cellar too. Yeah.
Okay, Abama said her
brother's driving in from Michigan. I see that to help with my life-changing event. Pray for a safe drive. Good.
How warm is it where we live?
Today got up to 60.
And it's probably going to get.
It's going tonight. We'll get down to. I looked a while ago. No, it's going to get down to 38 tonight.
38.
Yeah, it'll be 38. So.
She said, "I wish." It's only a little bit further.
Yeah, it's only 7 more hours. Yeah. Or it could be, depends on what part of Arkansas you're in. If you're
7
in northern,
or 8.
Could be 10 if you're in northern Arkansas, but.
Oh, Leap of Faith says she got her hotel room for the Deep South Gathering. Yes.
Yes. Good deal.
Okay, let me talk about the gathering a little bit. The T-shirts on Bonfire are up. They put they're up for 2 weeks. They put them up as a campaign, and then they go on our store. And if you buy one, it throws them back up for 2 weeks. So anybody that would like a T-shirt for the gathering, you can go ahead and be ordering now. They're on Bonfire. It's the gathering 2020, I believe. Some of our moderators might throw up a link or something for you. The gathering is going to be March 21st here in Perkinston, Mississippi, at the Magnolia. Is it called
Mm-hmm.
Magnolia? At the Magnolia
West Side Community Center.
West Side Community Center. That's what I'm looking for. And it's only a few miles from Deep South.
It's on Eventbrite. Mark's
Yes.
got it up. Mark got it.
Yes, Eventbrite. We're not charging, but go to Eventbrite and get your tickets because that helps us know who's coming. It helps us know how many's coming. So if you plan on coming and you got 5 kids and you and your husband, go to Eventbrite and get 7 tickets, and that helps us keep a count.
Yes, Saddle Ridge says I got 25 Cherokee tan. If it didn't get too cold, they would still be making.
Now, see, ours are just now making. I've got little, if you watch Crazy Days, I've got little pumpkins and blooms and stuff. Ours didn't make during the summer. They're wanting to make now.
Yeah.
Hey, North Star.
Camp Patton Family Compound says we've been cleaning and rehabbing the property all summer so we can plant a good garden next spring and have veggies to store over the winter next year. Great deal.
What else with the gathering? Oh,
we have a gospel group coming.
Yes, friends of mine coming at right after lunch. They're going to play for a little while. Gonna have a good time with them. What else are we doing? We're hoping to have something for the kids to do. We've got people working on that. I'm not going to be as hands-on, so I have to get back with my people on who's doing what and what all they've got lined up. I do have pictures of the hotel conference room, the people that are staying at, what's the hotel?
Hampton.
The Hampton. They're giving us a discount. So if you guys want to stay at the Hampton, they give you a discount if you give them the PIN number DSH. When you call in, tell them you're going to the Deep South Homestead Gathering, and they're letting you use the conference room both nights, both Friday and Saturday night, for free.
For free.
Which is awesome. And Wildcat Hollow said Petra will be here. We're looking forward to seeing her. She's coming in the 1st of March, March 2nd.
I thought he said she's coming in February.
February 2nd, but she'll be in the States.
The States, okay.
Yeah, she'll be in the States. We get to meet her hopefully. Yeah, so let's see.
Okie Rob said they've had a frost the last 3 nights.
Well,
we've had patchy frost.
Yeah, it's not been a total frost.
It's not been a total frost. The roof of the houses has all been white. And a few spots on the ground's been kind of white, but not that. Do you think my cross-pollinated squash will finish growing indoors in a pot? They'll grow.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know what they're gonna taste like if they're cross-pollinated.
Gris says he has a back row seat for the conference. It's not a conference. I'm telling you, it's a gathering.
It's a gathering. We are not doing a conference.
Yes, we are not doing a conference.
We learned a valuable lesson the last 2 years. We got so involved that we did not get to spend time with you guys, and that goes totally against the reason we did this.
Yeah, we wanted to spend time with everybody.
We want to be able to spend time with everybody. So this year we've hired a gospel group to come in, and they're going to take up most of the time, and we're going to just get out and visit with you guys, and we're going to get to know y'all.
Yes, and we're hoping that morning to kind of have something first thing in the morning. We're not sure what Danny and I are doing. We'll figure it out when we get there.
We'll figure it out.
That's the way we roll, ain't it?
It is the way we roll.
And then we're going to just chill with you guys, and we hope to have some giveaways.
Yes, Christy.
If anybody's interested in helping with giveaways, just email me at deepsouthgathering@gmail.com, and we're going to be, anybody wants to donate or whatever, we're taking things, so that's part of it.
Well, Denise says the 2020 gathering will be remembered for a lifetime. Well,
we hope.
I hope, but in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Denise said that we keep laughing about that she changed Deep South.
Yes.
Well, the other day I was right before I talked to her. We have somebody watching from Japan. Hello,
Hello, Miho. Miho, however you say
I don't
it.
know how we say that, but
I don't know
anyway,
how you say
hello.
that.
I was cutting up hot peppers the other day and I dehydrated them. I
Yeah,
wore gloves when I cut them all up
you
and when I put them
did.
on the
In your
dehydrator.
defense, you did.
I did. But Denise said that she rubbed off on me really bad because when I was taking them out of the dehydrator, I just reached and grabbed them and put them in the jars and just grabbed them and put them in the jars. And y'all, they still have that hot stuff on them. Even though they're
Doesn't matter. It
dehydrated,
doesn't matter. They're
it
still hot.
still burns. Believe me. And Denise was laughing at me. So that is Gemini Homestead. She said she rubbed off on me.
Yeah.
What's the nearest airport to the gathering? Gulfport.
Gulfport.
Is it called Gulfport Airport?
It's Gulfport Memorial Airport, I think.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's about 30 minutes away.
About 30 minutes away, yeah.
Will we have vendors? We're debating on vendors.
That's one thing we're debating on.
A lot of people like vendors. A lot of people don't like vendors. So if we have vendors, we're going to limit it to after lunch. We're just not sure yet how we're doing.
No, that'll be before lunch because the gospel group's after lunch.
Well, I was thinking after. Well, I don't know.
I won't want people.
We don't want people during the gospel time.
Right, because we've got
running around in there still buying things. So we've got to figure it out, and we got to see how many people would actually want to bring something.
Yeah.
We haven't had anybody asked about being a vendor yet, so if we have nobody asked, we're not going to deal with it.
Right. We just don't want to be disrespectful to the gospel group when they get set up. Yeah. They're a well-known gospel group, and we want them to be able to perform and have people listen, you know.
Are we going to have a big seed swap like we did? Now, I hadn't thought about that this year. We might.
We might. If people want to do that, we might do that.
Because that seemed to go over pretty good. People like the seeds. They like swapping out seeds.
Yeah.
That might be a good idea again.
Yeah.
One thing, what was it I thought of? Oh, we're having jars. When you come, we're not charging anything, but we want every family to bring a jar of their canned goods or either a prep item like toilet paper, toothpaste, whatever. And we're going to donate those, or we'll have you donate them. And then we're going to be giving those away. We're going to put them in separate things. And those items will go into boxes unique for each one. And then they will be given away. So.
Florida Homesteader says, who is the gospel group singing? It's called Crossbridge.
Yes, they are from Lamar County, Mississippi.
Yes.
Any idea why YouTube is making me resubscribe to every channel that I click on? I don't know. YouTube's doing some weird stuff here lately.
YouTube is doing a lot of crazy things. Guys, they take us away from people. They demonetize some of our videos. They block our chats. I mean, our comments. I mean.
Yeah, I had comments on one of Crazy Days blocked or taken down because I had sunshine in it. And then I noticed Amanda's on Freedom Acres, a couple of hers got the chats wasn't up because of it. And it's because you have a kid in it.
Right.
I don't understand because there's so many channels that have kids in it that they don't do that way. Why they would do the one video I do and a couple of hers, because she always has sunshine in hers. So
yeah, I don't know
why they're doing it.
What's up with it, but I mean, we've learned that you have to watch what words you use, you know, everything. It's getting to be so, everything is so politically correct until it's irritating as all get out.
And we're not politically correct.
I am not a politically correct person.
Yeah, and even now they're dropping subscribers like crazy.
Yes.
We usually get a good many subscribers per month, and ours is down to about maybe a 1/10 of what we're used to.
Yeah, our subscription is dropping.
It just dropped really crazy, and so I know if you're a smaller channel, your subscriptions are probably dropping. Even though you're getting on up there and they look like they're falling back, they are getting rid of what they call spam.
That's what they said. They're going through cleaning their system of spam.
The spam, like say somebody that has 3 accounts and they don't use but one, they get rid of the other ones, the older ones. So if you've went in and went into YouTube and you've watched people on one account, and the next time you go in you can't remember what you did, so you sign up and you do a new account and you keep doing that, then you've got 5 accounts out there and you're only using one, they'll take it away.
Grizz says, "You heathen, Danny. I don't do politically correct." No, Wildcat says, "I don't do politically correct." I mean, he says.
But Grizz
says, "I am politically." Oh yeah, really.
Grizz, really.
Really, come on, man.
Really.
That is funny, but he just.
I'm just waiting for Sinclair to pop in on this.
Sinclair probably in here somewhere. He's probably hiding in the background.
Yeah, Dee says she ain't politically correct either. She made a grown man cry.
She made a grown man cry the other day. That's for sure. She did.
She did. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
But we love Dee.
We love Dee. That's all right.
Because she's kind of like we are.
And it wasn't me that she made cry now.
No. But y'all, Sinclair sent a gift and we got it, Sinclair Pages, this week. And I don't know where he's at right now. But anyway, Danny's got a few of them in his hand because this was... He didn't send them like that.
He didn't send them like that, no. Miss Wanda made me some honey roasted pecan.
Yeah, Brenda Duncan from Duncan 1900 made Danny some honey pecans, and he loved those honey roasted pecans. And so Sinclair sent Danny some pecans. And I decided to take a pack of them and make him some honey roasted pecans. And he is...
And Mr. John.
Well, yeah, I carry a big gun. So I made honey roasted pecans out of some of them, but Sinclair likes me. He likes me. He sent me a bag of candy corn. He loves Danny. He sent him several bags of pecans.
Pecans. Leaf of Faith says, "What kind of food is going to be at the gathering?"
Well, we weren't going to have food exactly. We're going to let everybody bring their own lunch. But if somebody... We were debating on if there's a hot dog and hamburger, somebody wants to cook some or something, because it's really hard to feed that many people with that many different ideas and ways of eating. And it's easier for you to bring your own and know what you have to eat, because just like Danny, he can't eat most anybody else's food. It's not that he doesn't want to. It's just that he has issues. And there's so many people out there now that are like that.
North Star Prepper says, in the slightly fuzzy video, I was worried that those were candied roaches.
Yeah, I was moving the bag and it was not easy.
Well, the thing about it is when we move around on our end, the camera has to focus and refocus. If I put my hand up here and I bring my hand back, the camera goes in and out of focus. So I'm trying to be still. But
there's Sinclair.
I knew he was in the background somewhere.
Okay, so this is the grow box. Somebody was asking... I'm going to have to do a video on it soon. The first ones I let die. I'm not good at growing stuff in water.
Oh, yeah, we don't...
So I had to redo. So now they're up again, and so we're trying, I'm trying.
I'm leaving this one up to her.
He won't help me, and I'm like, this thing is not easy. Growing in water is not easy. It's up again, okay? Yeah. That's all I can say.
She's learning how to do hydroponics.
I don't like hydroponics, y'all. Y'all can have the hydroponics. I'm doing this, just trying, but that might be a nice gift for somebody at the gathering, don't you think?
It might be.
I'm thinking y'all want a hydroponic system at the gathering?
We may give away a hydroponic system at the gathering.
I can say we are giving away a hydroponic
We more than likely will.
You may have to buy your own little spongy things, but I don't know. This thing is not Wanda good. I'm just saying. I done let the first plants die.
Idaho Solar says, I see Prepsteader Bob has Deep South Homestead on his roadshow calendar. What is the plan for the visit?
He is coming, didn't I tell you, toward the end of November, December?
Something like that, yeah.
I don't think he'll get here any earlier than that, so we're looking end of November, maybe the end of December. He's kind of playing it by ear.
Do you have a plan for when he gets here?
I didn't know we were supposed to have a plan. He just asked about coming.
Okay.
And he said, do y'all have projects? And I said, we're working on the cabin. And I don't even remember if I said, and gardening. I think cabin and gardening is what I told him. And he says, well, when we get there, we'll figure it out. So,
Okay.
So as far as we know, he's headed this way, end of November, or sometime into December. We're not sure exactly when. Hydroponics 101. Y'all ain't coming to Deep South for no hydroponics. I can tell you that.
No. We grow in the dirt here.
It's going to be in the dirt, even if it's sandy.
No matter if it's in sandy dirt, or if it's in pots, or if it's in raised beds, or if it's in the field.
I can grow.
It's in dirt. God put dirt.
Yeah, Grizz says hydroponics don't get the balance of minerals needed for your diet, and without minerals, you end up with a vitamin deficiency.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like growing in dirt, but I'm trying this thing. And if it don't work,
Sinclair says hydroponics can be cured with dirt.
Hey, I'm just about this close to putting them in dirt. Yeah, because I could probably grow some good stuff with it within dirt. I just don't know about this water stuff.
Dumpster D says a homestead always has projects.
Exactly.
I agree with that 100%.
Now, if he wanted a list of projects, we got a list.
Yes. We got a long
from the
list.
Cellar to the barn to the smokehouse to the woodshed to the cabin to our house. There's things everywhere that needs to be done. We have a lot. Little Mountain Ranch, hello. Please check out MPH Gardner. He has done a video on hydroponics, easy peasy. Well,
I'm going to be trying this soon.
I can probably grow, I think, what is this, maybe 12 little plants?
Yeah.
I can grow 12. These are lettuce plants. But once I eat them in 2 or 3 weeks, then you're done. You start over and you've got 2 or 3, 4 weeks to get it back. So, I don't know.
Jimmy, yes, you can grow cucumbers in a pot. That's not a problem. You just better have a trellis for them though if you do, because they're gonna go everywhere.
Yeah, North Star says they gave him a list when he showed up at their house. Yeah, let's give him a list and say, here,
we always have a list.
Yeah, we had a list on the refrigerator for a while, and we knocked most of that out. And now we've got a new list.
Yes.
Once you finish one list, there's more to do.
Our list never ends.
It just changes.
Yeah, we did some very unexpected things this week.
Y'all gonna get to see that eventually. We've been working at the cabin, so.
We've been working the cabin all week this week.
Some of it I don't video.
We got videos coming up on Patreon about cabin. We got one video coming up on YouTube about cabin.
And then we're going to do our cabin talk.
We have a cabin talk coming up this week about things that we've experienced and learned so far. The do's and don'ts, the wishes and should haves, or whatever you want to call it, you know.
Wish we'd have known ahead of time.
Wish we'd have known ahead of time.
But that's kind of the beauty of what we're doing. We're having fun.
Yeah.
We're enjoying it, and we're learning what it is to do things this way off grid. Even though we don't like being off grid, I'd rather have power.
Oh, I would rather have power, but I'm not going to have a power company destroying my land, going through it, you know, and having a right of way through the middle of my property to the back of my property back there. I'm not going to do that.
So we're going solar.
We'll go solar.
We can have some.
We'll have electricity,
but it'll be solar. But it will be solar, and we will have water. We're not hooked up to any water system, so when we get water, it will be a well. How are the cows doing? They are all doing great. They love each other. They're getting along
just fine.
And Miss Dolly, we just waiting on a baby.
Waiting. She looks like she's going to bust.
So Miss Denise, November 17th.
November 17th, she said.
We're going to see. They're all settling in, Dixie and Daisy and Dolly and Dexter. And we did 2 videos this past, wasn't it? You've done 2. One was a talk. So he explains the dexters a little bit more. So check out those videos if you hadn't already, if you want to know more about the dexters.
Thank you, Deb. Okay. Do you butcher your own cows and pigs, or do you take them to the butcher? It depends on how much time we have. I usually butcher my own pigs. This year we had someone do it for us
because
we didn't have any time. I have butchered my own cow in the past. That's not a big issue.
Grizz wants to know, can you grow candy corn in a pot? I have candy corn
She
in a pot.
has candy corn growing in a pot, Grizz. Yes, she does.
I do. I have a candy corn plant, and it has candy corn on it. I have blooms right now. So next week I will put up candy corn blooms. It's beautiful.
Evelyn says, I liked your using the post hole digger for setting up the septic tank. Yeah, hey, it was unconventional, but it was the way it was done.
Yeah. See, she's on Patreon. See, thank you, patrons.
Thank you, patrons. You patrons get to see stuff right now that no one else gets to see. That's the inside life at Deep South Homestead.
Wanda, did you get any new unusual candy corn this year? I don't think maybe one person sent something new, but most everything I have right now, I'm up to, I forgot, 35 flavors, maybe 36.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's very many more out there that I don't have. I mean, I'm really not sure.
If they are, they got to be some new ones that's created because she's got a lot of them.
Somebody's asked about a wind generator.
We don't have any wind generator here. The wind doesn't blow.
In the summer, no.
The wind in the summertime hardly ever blows unless we have a hurricane. Then it would blow it
down. Homestead also says, we don't know what candy corn is here. Oh, let me enlighten you. Go to Crazy Days. I have a video called Obsession or...
don't ask me. That's your channel.
Collection or Obsession. And it's all about candy corn. And it's all about my collection or my obsession with candy corn.
Yes, it's her, and she does have a collection. She has like a china cabinet full of candy corn.
Yes, bordering on obsession.
It's bordering on obsession or hoarding. I don't know if it's obsession or hoarding.
One of the two.
It's gonna be one of the two.
It's working on it.
Yeah. Oh.
But I don't sit around eating candy corn all day. I usually stash it. Sunshine come by this week. She came by
Hello, Mr. Tom.
Twice in the last week and a half. And when it's raining, she lets me know. When she comes in the door, she says, you know what day it is? And I go, no, what day is it? And she says, it's raining.
It's raining outside.
And that means she gets her candy corn. So twice she's got her candy corn. And so I keep her little stash. She likes chocolate mint. Just for any of you that know, she likes chocolate mint. So I've got a stash of chocolate mint for her. And Sinclair sent me the harvest. And I'm sorry, I was hungry this morning when we were at the post office. So I opened what Sinclair sent and I ate 6 or 8 or 10 pieces of it.
Badonk says, do you let your garlic flower or do you pick off the buds? We let ours flower. We let them go to full maturity.
Hey, y'all, from a cold
Alabama night.
Yeah.
It's a cold Mississippi night now.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah, we're going to drop down in the high 30s tonight, I think.
Let's see. Yeah, Sunshine, I don't know if she likes it when it rains, but she likes getting candy corn because she doesn't get it any other time. And it's like 10:30 a.m. in Australia. Well, Two Blue Guy 9, no, he's Aston because they're not in Australia. Yeah. But we have several in the chat.
Two Blue Guy's not far from us here.
Yeah. Homestead Oz is a friend of mine. We've been talking on the internet, and if you guys hadn't went and watched her videos, click on the little buttons to the right side and go over and subscribe to her. She's trying to get started over in Australia, and I watched one earlier. What was she doing? She was talking about the oranges.
Thank you, Donald.
And she had went and got her garden harvesting, and her greens were so green, and the different shades of greens and stuff. It was beautiful. So y'all give Homestead Oz a little bit of a help there.
James Manley says, do you think you'll have to add a wood stove to the cabin? No, we have a fireplace. Once we get the inside of it closed in,
yeah, we just
I think it'll be fine. It's just that everything's still open.
We have insulation on the walls. That's it.
We just got insulation.
And no flooring or anything like that.
No.
So Danny come through saying, well, we might. I said, I don't want to hear it. You wanted a fireplace. We're not talking about changing at this date. So we're sticking with the fireplace. Yeah,
we're gonna stick with the fireplace. Fireplace will be fine. It's just we just gotta get the cabin sealed up where air can't get in it. You know?
Yeah, it's got to be a little more sealed.
Miss Denise says, remember that the time changes tonight to roll your clocks back 1 hour. Yes.
Danny and I had this discussion earlier.
I told her, I said, why in God's name do you have to do it at 2 o'clock in the morning? Why does it have to be 2 o'clock? Why can't it be midnight? You know, why you got to wait till 2 o'clock to do it?
Yeah. I told him midnight, and he said, no, it's supposed to be 2 o'clock. And I said, I'm not getting up at 2 o'clock. My phone resets itself, and I'm good. That's
yes, Mr. Tom, I'm aware that Murphy has candy corn. As a matter of fact, Wanda planted some this past year.
Yes, I did, and between the rain and the weather and stuff, it washed it down. So I may try again this next year.
And Carol is right. Arizona does not do the daylight savings time.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yes.
I don't know how come they can't. They
voted not to do it, I think.
But see, it would be nice if ours would just stay the same. Wood cook stove to cook on at night. We cook in the
fireplace. I'm cooking well in a fireplace.
We're going to do some videos when we get everything regulated. We actually cooked supper, our heated supper, and the way we heated it was awesome. So we're going to show some of those things, and I mean, to us it's fun. I don't know. Other people probably do it all the time, and we're just figuring it out. It don't matter.
No, I mean, I've cooked over a fire in a fireplace, you know, a lot of my life. So, it's nothing new to me.
Somebody says, have you ever seen a booger Bigfoot? No.
No, I've never seen a... Well, I'll take that back. Yes, I have. I was one.
Oh.
Yes.
Y'all don't... Yeah. I don't know if he's ever told y'all this story.
I don't know if I ever told the story about how I scared a whole group of church kids.
You were...
I wore Chewbacca's suit from the actual Star Wars movie because I was the only one big enough to fit in it.
He actually wore...
I wore the Chewbacca suit.
Chewbacca.
Yeah, and I actually scared a bunch of church kids that was out on a camping trip, and I scared the Boy Scouts.
And the preacher.
And the preacher and his wife. I scared everybody because nobody knew I was doing it except me and one other person. I made sure nobody had guns, but, you know.
And then he wore the thing to church.
And then I wore it into church on a Sunday morning and sit on the back pew with the preacher's wife.
Yo, this man is crazy. You don't know how crazy.
Yeah. I actually had fun doing it.
So he's pulled some stunts in his time.
Yeah.
So Chewy, yeah. He was Chewy.
I was Chewy. Yeah. Yeah, Michelle, I watched that video with Denise and Buddy and them doing that. Actually, 2 videos.
Okay, so we have beef-friendly permaculture that is actually from Australia too. Okay.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody else. Hey, Red Duchess, I didn't see them in here. There was another. It was a name that was from Australia. Shocked, Danny.
Shocked? No, not me. I am always pulling something on somebody.
Richard says he got his tooth pulled out. So.
Oh, okay.
What were people's reactions?
The church people were freaked out. The preacher was really freaked out.
Well, you have to back up and tell exactly what you did to the preacher and his wife for them the night before at the thing. You were.
Oh yeah, you talking about? Well,
he didn't tell the whole story.
I mean, I didn't tell the whole story because it's a long story. But I mean,
you've got time. You might as well
I mean,
enlighten these people.
I literally worked the deal out with one of the what do you call them? The people who go chaperones.
Yeah, the
that goes with the kids. They were like miles back in the woods, and I worked out a deal with one of the chaperones to let me do this and make sure that nobody had a weapon or anything like that. And I had my wife to take me in after they got in there, maybe an hour in there, an hour after dark. I had my wife take me in and drop me off, and she left.
Danny and I weren't married at the
time. We weren't married.
This is
way back. This is like 40 years ago.
No,
30 to 40 years ago. I'm getting old, baby. And I just kind of stood around in the woods waiting till it, for all of them to get the fire built and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I seen a set of headlights coming in the woods. And I got to thinking, I said, well, you know what? The preacher hadn't made it in here yet. And I got to looking from a distance. I said, that's his minivan coming. So I just politely walked out in the middle of the road and stood there. And he just pulled up with his headlights about 50 yards from me and just stopped and sit there and looked at me. And I just kept sitting there staring at him. And I turned around and started running down the road away from him, and then just veered off into the woods and just jumped behind a big tree and stopped. And he just sit there. And finally, he drove on in, and he just went past it really fast and went back into the, headed back to where the kids were camping. Well, when he went by, I just jumped out behind him and ran along behind him until he got down to where the kids were at. And then I just kind of stood in the shadows of the dark next to them. They didn't even know I was there, and listened to what he was telling them. It was hilarious. He just told me, man, I just saw the biggest creature I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if y'all should leave. I don't know if you should stay. I don't know. This thing was huge. I don't believe in Bigfoot, but I think I just seen him. It was all kinds of stuff coming out of his mouth. But it was funny. And then I would run across in front of the kids just through the corner of where the campfire was. I'd run through the woods and just kind of pop out in the corner of the daylight part. And they would see me just come and go, and they would freak out and scream and cry. And, everybody was nervous and thought that they was going to get eaten by a mad monster during the night or something. But
and then he made a deal with the...
Then I seen a bunch of other people coming in. It was Boy Scouts. And I kind of eased over and took the head off the suit, and I went over and I kind of grabbed one of the Boy Scout leaders and I asked him, could I scare the Boy Scouts? And he said, oh yeah, that would be great. Well, I kind of waited a little while, and they were out setting their tents up in the woods and all, and I kind of run out on a bunch of them and just stood there, and they started screaming and hollering. They ran away for a second, then all of a sudden I just ran off into the woods, and they go, wait a minute, was that a cow? And they grabbed all their tent poles and come running down through the woods and go whack me with a tent pole. Well, luckily, I was long-legged and I could outrun them.
He almost got whacked.
I almost got whacked in the head with tent poles. Them boys was coming through the woods to take me down.
That was some good Boy Scouts.
That was true Boy Scouts, man. I was able to outrun them, though.
So that's why the preacher did not know who it was. Yeah. He wasn't in on it.
He wasn't in on the joke. He was never told about the joke.
So the next morning when this one walks into church.
I waited till I didn't wait till church got started. I did it during the announcement time of church.
And he walked in and sat down by the preacher's wife,
wearing the suit.
And what did she do?
She just kind of jumped first, but then she just sat there and stared at me because she knew it had to be. It couldn't
somebody from the church.
It had to be somebody from the church, and she knew that. And the preacher just stopped and started looking around through the auditorium out there, and he goes, "Who's missing?" Well, he saw my wife sitting out there and my daughter, and he goes, "Danny's not here. It's got to be him because he's the only one that would do something like this." And I took the head off, I unzipped it and took it off, and then everybody got a laugh in church.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff he loved pulling back in.
Oh, I love doing stuff like that. I've actually been part of a murder scene before.
Yeah, I like to scare his brother.
I like to scare my brother slapped to death. He wasn't in on it, but I was in on a drug sting, and
a fake one.
A fake drug sting, and I actually got shot. And
this was while some of the teenage kids were out.
It was a church outing too.
Church outing.
It was a church outing. These are the kind of pranks that was pulled on the church kids, and I was, I was supposed to have gotten shot by these drug people, and I'm laying in the road bleeding and everything, and they were freaking out. You know, I've done a lot of these kind of things.
He doesn't have the suit. It was a borrowed suit, and he was the only person that would fit in it for that.
Yeah, we had a friend that was in on the making of that movie, and they were able to get the suit for me.
It was funny.
I'm just glad nobody was packing.
Yeah.
Back then, nobody carried pistols because they didn't worry about anything like that. And I did check with people before I did it.
Oh well, when he did the pulling on his brother's group.
Oh, it was a real gun.
That was a real gun.
That was a real gun. They just didn't shoot at me. They shot above me.
It was all planned.
It was all planned.
And everybody back then carried a shotgun or a rifle of some sort.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, in this area, that was the thing to do. Was
everybody? I had guns in the back windows of my truck. I carried a gun on my hip, underneath my pants. I mean, I carried a knife on my leg, down by my shoes. I mean, it's just what you did.
Yeah.
You know, and now everybody talks about, everybody's got a weapon. Well, everybody had weapons back then. They were just open to everybody.
Yeah. It was.
You could leave them in the back window of your truck and get out and go in the store and come back. Nobody stole them.
Exactly. The kids would pull up. Some of the boys in high school would pull up and they would leave their trucks sitting in the parking lot with a gun.
Oh, I used to do it because we'd go hunting in the evening after school.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a different time.
It was a different time. Yeah,
you can't leave it there now because somebody'd steal it.
Or somebody'd shoot you with it, or
Yeah, you'd be arrested.
You would be arrested. I actually, one time I played the part of an accident scene where a guy, I scared some campers. There was a fake wreck on the road, and I had this fake head that I put on like I'd been in a bad accident, and I went up to these campers, scared them to death. It was terrible.
Yeah, he's pulled some stunts.
I used to, and I still am capable of pulling.
Yeah, they said that's why you got me with the beans peas.
Oh,
but that was a good mistake because we are actually producing quite a lot of butter peas, and people want them, and they're growing. I mean, this is November 2nd, and we have blooms on.
Ours is you have pictures? Hold on here, we're gonna get carried. Look at this is right now in our garden today.
These are butter peas, and they are what? How many? 3, 4, 5 rows of them?
Oh yeah, 4 rows of them, 5 rows of them.
They're making like crazy.
They're just producing like crazy.
And they've had 2. It wasn't freezes or frost. It was just cold nights.
We had some light frost.
Yeah. You were a heathen, weren't you? Pretty much.
Yeah. That was before I calmed down.
Oh, you ain't calmed down.
I probably hadn't. People just don't know the real side of me.
Y'all just seem so.
Y'all see the serious side of me on Deep South Homestead. You don't see the prankster side.
I've got a prankster side going on Patreon this week.
Oh, you do? That's right. You do. That's right. I forgot.
Y'all just. If you're not on Patreon,
you're gonna miss this one because I got a video coming up about.
No, we can't tell.
I can't tell. Daggum. I can't tell. But Evelyn will get to see it. She's on there, and some of the other ones. Gemini will get to see it.
Sometime this week, one of
my little weird things will pop up on Patreon.
And that's what we like to do on Patreon every now and then.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people want him to be serious and talk serious all the time, but we like to have fun. And sometimes on YouTube, it's not easy to be fun because when you are, it's just, people are kind of weirded out because they expect him to be Mr. Sober, ranting type person or I don't know what, but we like to have fun. No changing seeds out on Wanda and Amanda. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Wanda, has he corrupted you? Well,
maybe.
I am one of those that likes that type stuff, so I don't think he's corrupted me. Lots of times I'm one that helps him pull the pranks off.
Mm-hmm.
If there's something going on, I'm the one that comes up with a lot of the ideas sometimes.
Behind the scenes, she's really the one who says, "Can you do this?" And I'm like, I think I can.
The dehydrated water was actually
Yeah.
that was my idea. And he just took it and went with it.
Yeah.
And if y'all hadn't
well,
watched
actually,
dehydrated
they
water,
kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me to do that video, and I was just like, I said, I can only do it when I'm in the right frame of mind.
I tried for a month.
She tried for a month to get me to do that.
We were putting it up April Fools. So I started, Julianne and them left in February. And I was going, come on, you got to do this video. I got to have it where I can edit it before April 1st. I've got to have it up April 1st. Yeah. And he kept saying, I'll do it, I'll do it. So if you haven't watched the dehydrated water video, you have to go back and watch it. You got to
watch it.
And the week before, I said, are you going to do this video? And he says, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
I said, I'll do it. I'll do it.
I said, well, when? I can't right now. I just can't. I got things to do. Don't bug me.
Don't bother me.
And
I'm one of them kind of people. When
3 days before, I'm going, okay, I really need to edit this video. You got to get it done.
Yeah.
And he says, I'll get it done. So like 2 days before April Fools, or the day before, I done forgot which one. I mean,
I think it was the day before.
I think it was the day before.
Yeah.
He gets up that morning, eats his breakfast. He goes, I'm ready to do this dehydrated water video now. And I said, right now? And so we get the camera, and he gets all his stuff out. And I'm expecting to have to edit this video. Y'all, he did one take.
I did it one time.
Beginning to end perfectly. I don't know that
there was no cuts in it anywhere.
I don't think there was any cut at all.
No editing to be done other than the beginning and the intro and the outro. Was the only thing we had to work on, and the rest of it was done.
He never cracked a smile, and I tried really hard not to the whole time. And y'all, it just went really great. Hey, Lou, did you have fun?
Yo,
Miss Lou was at Stivers today at the harvest celebration. Let's see. Jamie.
Cindy said they used to take guns to high school for shooting practice. That is so true. Yes. It's a different world.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
Jimmy.
She's got to go.
Yeah. But yeah, it's and
I'm not
you
sure
guys I actually played this, and my daughter, if she was in here, she could tell you this one. I actually did a scene where my hair was hanging down to my waist.
Doesn't she have it on a
She has it on a VHS tape, I believe. I had my hair hanging down to my waist, smoking. Which I've never smoked a cigarette in my life, but this was just a fake deal. But this was not a cigarette I was smoking.
Yeah,
this was a Cheech and Chong moment.
Yes, he was.
I was representing Cheech and Chong doing a stunt, dancing and smoking at the same time. Yeah.
I'm gonna get her to fix that where I can use it. Albany wants to know, is that our most watched video? No. Actually, our most watched video was
Amazing Tomatoes.
Yeah, Amazing Tomatoes. Go figure. And then I saw how many bad comments did we get from the dehydrated water?
Oh, we got some. We got some.
But
hey,
most of them are really sarcastic.
Most of them are just sarcastic,
and that's what we.
But
like.
Believe it or not, listen to what I'm telling you now. Get your earplugs out right now and listen to this. When this video comes off of the air tonight, we will have bad comments, and we'll have to take them out. We always do. It doesn't matter what we do. I could sit on here and sing. I could sing, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and there would be every bad comments we have to take out.
The busy little house says they play the bagpipes. I would really love for you to come here and visit with us and play the bagpipes at about anywhere from midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning, all night long. I don't care. You could play the bagpipes for us. I would love it.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I'm not wearing a kilt though.
No, but our neighbors wouldn't. We wouldn't hear the dogs.
Well, we wouldn't hear the dogs. That would be true.
We could hear bagpipes.
Yeah, matter of fact, I would like to have some bagpipe music.
Yes. Do you want to visit Deep South and play bagpipes?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm just thinking outside the box.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what we do. We're going to get bad comments. As a matter of fact, we have other YouTubers that call us and talk to us and ask us you know, do we get as many bad comments as they get? And I tell them, yes, we do. We just have to go through and edit them out. Some we edit out, some we don't.
All of them are catching on to the dogs. And she said she would love to play for the hounds.
Yeah. I mean, I could just see them sitting over there just, oh, yeah.
No, they would probably shut up and not say anything because they'd be scared of what she's playing. They wouldn't know what it is. They would be going, oh. But at least we could hear bagpipes.
Jim and I said I had to learn the other day to get ugly comments off of why they bother watching if they don't like it. Actually,
I don't know.
Well, there is a section that gets paid. There's people who get paid to go on and troll. You can earn up to $15 an hour to be a troll.
Yeah, they're saying they may make them howl louder. That's okay because they're over at the neighbor's house and they the ones that's got to hear them louder than we do. I've got bagpipes to buffer the sound.
Yeah.
We're looking really hard for something that kind of buffers the sound. Carol says send those bagpipes
I was
here
just
too.
reading that. It says send them over here too.
Oh. It says if you get as far as deep south from Canada, then you must come see me. I'm only 8 miles. Oh, Mimsy's Garden, yeah.
Yeah. Only 80 miles away.
Yeah. So I guess she is little busy little house must be in Canada. I didn't know that. Let's see.
Oh,
it's $15 an hour. Well, hey, if they would pay me $15 an hour, I'll go troll somebody.
There is a site you can go to. You can actually go troll for that. Yeah.
I think I could go troll a few people. I might be the nice troll.
She couldn't be bad if she wanted to.
I could. I have been. I've gotten people mad at me. I always get.
Albany's right. She said it doesn't matter if they don't like it; it still pays.
Yeah, it pays whether they don't like it or not. So I got people that don't like me. Lots of people don't like me, so I really don't care anymore.
Well, I have a lot of people that don't like me. So. Like I told you that time on my job, I had one of my employees come up to me and said, "Danny, Mr. Danny, I don't think you like me very much." And I told him, I said, "Son, don't flatter yourself. I hate everybody." And he didn't know what to say. He just stood there and looked at me. I told him, I said, "Now get back to work." You know.
Yeah.
Busy little house. There's still 100,000 people out of power in Quebec. Wow.
I knew there was a lot in California that were out. You probably make more dollars as a troll than you would a creator. Yes, I do believe that.
You probably would, yeah.
Chris says, you mean I can get paid for trolling?
Yes, you can, Grizz. Yeah.
He said he's been doing it for free for 5 years. They don't do back pay.
No, you can't. No, they don't do any back pay. That's for sure.
They don't get back pay.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, so what time is this already?
Oh, it's already after 9 o'clock. Oh, we have so much. That's what happens when you have fun. Time just flies right by.
Deep South Bama, Mr. Tom says we need another 145 likes, so smash that button. Y'all smash the button.
Smash the like button.
Because Mr. Tom says we need another 145. Let's go. Let's see if y'all can hit it before we get off here in a few minutes.
Through my kitchen window says, Mrs. Garth says, wonder will my little vine of loofahs live in the cold? I still have some seeds for spring. They won't live through a frost. It'll take them out.
If you cover them or something, they
might. You might cover them and keep them alive for a while, but the cold will eventually get them.
Sherry says she planted her carrots a deep south way. They all came up. Good. We're hoping ours do pretty good. We had that rain and that craziness. We can't get just a drizzle. It did that. It did a drizzle for a couple of days.
A couple of days it was just a good steady rain, and then the bottom fell out. Yeah. Washed gullies everywhere again. I mean, it was a mess.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. Grizz, if Grizz wants a job being a troll, like they've been telling him, he has a good resume already. Yeah. Just tell him to go on and look at it.
So, let's see. Homestead Hippie says she finally got a notification 10 minutes ago. See, they're not sending out the
They're
notifications.
just not sending them out.
That's
well, this is common knowledge. We're on every Saturday night at 8 o'clock unless
something happens.
An LCE happens of some sort.
Yeah, and we do have our LCE sweatshirts. If you watch our videos.
Wanda wore hers today.
I did. It's not in the description now. When you're looking at the video, underneath it, it shows the coffee cups. Those are our coffee cups. You can order those. And then if you scroll through, we have t-shirts and we have sweatshirts that say LCE, life-changing event, and Deep South Homestead underneath it. I wore my sweatshirt today. It finally got cold enough I could wear my sweatshirt, and I like it. It's got a hoodie on it. It's a hoodie sweatshirt.
Hello, Cody.
So if you guys think about it, check that merchandise out. I just forget to mention it. It's Teespring. And then if you want a shirt for the gathering, it is in the description. It is Bonfire.
Yes.
The gathering shirts are through Bonfire.
Yes.
So 2 different companies.
Denise is putting up a link for the Crossbridge Gospel group, Facebook group that will be there at our gathering.
It's a Facebook page to their group. I threw up in the Facebook on Deep South Homestead Gathering Place Facebook, the keyboard player, Terry, playing, I don't remember what song it was.
I forgot the name of it now.
Anyway, he did an awesome job.
He did an awesome job sitting there just playing it.
Just playing
These guys play without music.
Yeah, and they just sit around and play. They've got a wide variety. They played all kinds of music in their lives. So for them to come together doing gospel is just awesome.
Yeah. Okay, guys, if you got any prayer requests, you can go ahead and throw them up.
Yeah.
It's getting late. Some of you, it's already after 10 o'clock. We don't want to mess up your night any more than we already have.
Yeah. All right. I've got a daughter that's going to have a little girl in the next week or 2. Yeah. She's down to the last final 10 or 12 days. And
Sharon wants to know, why do you think everything was blooming this week? We have peach trees blooming, we have apple trees blooming, we have pear trees blooming.
I did that on crazy days. That's why they're asking.
It's just, it's the way the weather is. It does it every fall. Our weather is so screwed up. It gets so hot, and then it turns off cool, and they think it's spring.
Yeah. They just bloom late. We never really harvest anything off of it because it turns cold usually.
There, she's a bottler came in.
And Cheryl Papin?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you want to, I don't know, we've got Eric from Life and Farmland. We do want to remember Eric.
We want to remember Eric from Life and Farmland. He's had a biopsy this week, I think, and he's waiting on a result or something.
I think so.
Yeah.
Starry from Starry Hilder.
She's going to a facility, I believe.
I think so. Guys, I don't know if y'all know people.
There's a lot of people without power in California, Quebec, Canada. I mean, there's lots of different places people are without power. Especially way up north. It's hard on the old people, you know. Prayers from a baby sister. Marla starts chemo for the 11th for her breast cancer. Okay, through the kitchen window. Okay.
Hello, Food Forest.
Yeah.
Prayers for the ones traveling back
from the Stivers. Yes. I hope everything went well for them. I've watched a couple of videos, not many.
And it looked like they were having fun.
Like they had a good time.
A good turnout.
Yeah. I think everything went well. So.
Yeah. Mark Avery.
Yes, Mark Avery. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
And I think, from what I gathered, I don't know a lot about it. I just know that I saw somebody say he was having
heart
cath on Monday. So we want to remember him. Grampy's camping.
They got a lot going on, yeah.
So.
Okay. Well.
So there's probably more, but
there's probably a lot more, but we're gonna go ahead and pray. Father, we come to you tonight. We just want to take this opportunity to approach your throne and on behalf of a lot of other people, Lord. And Father, we believe the scriptures where it says that the fervent prayer of a righteous person availeth much. And so, Father, we want to be able to be that person for them. We want to step in and want to fill in the gap and ask that your blessings be upon the different ones here tonight. Some of them said they had family with cancer and they need starting chemo, Lord. They need healing for their bodies. They need to be able to overcome the sickness from the chemos and stuff, Father. And Lord, we just people with financial issues, people with health issues showing up there, Lord, and Father, just a whole array of problems. We got a granddaughter going to be born here in the next couple of weeks, so I'm praying for the daughter and Eric from Life and Farmland, Lord, with his kidney problems, and Starry with her cancer problems, and Lord, we just we want to pray for the different ones that's having all the physical issues. I mean, Wanda and I are no exceptions. We have our own physical issues that we deal with on a daily basis, and we pray that you'll grant us good health also. And Father, we just we love the people that's here in our chat tonight. We just pray that you'll hear our prayers on their behalf, and you'll step in and answer them for them and grant them the desire of their heart, Lord. And I pray that once you do that, that they will edify and glorify you and give you the honor, the praise, and the glory for it. And Father, there are those that are out in the cold tonight. Power's out. I just pray that you'll help them to be able to stay warm. Maybe they can get their power turned back on, and Father, they'll be able to enjoy the comforts and amenities of life again. And Father, we know that there's a lot of civil unrest going on in our country right now. We pray for that. We pray for our leaders. There's lots of things going on in high places, Lord, but that's not new to us. You said in the latter days that there would be evil in high places, and Father, we see that happening every day around us now. And I do pray that you would grant everyone here tonight the things that they need for the upcoming problems that our country is going to be facing in the next year. Lord, I pray that you'll help them to all be prepared and to all have good gardens and plenty of food stocked up and everything, Lord, for what's actually coming their way this coming year now. And Lord, we just want to just tell you thank you for taking the time to listen to us as we speak and we pray to you on a nightly basis now. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay.
Let's see. I can't read right now.
It takes me a moment for my eyes to focus back. Yeah. Peace, love, and healing prayers for everyone, Sharon says.
Yes. All right. So.
Through a kitchen window says she's HR2 positive, types of cancer she has. My former wife that passed away was HR2 positive, and they gave her, forgot what it was they gave her for it, Herceptin. They put her on a drug called Herceptin for a long time. And it really worked, and she did good for a long, long time.
Yeah. Well, guys, we really appreciate you guys jumping in. We appreciate our moderators. Y'all have done a great job keeping peace, and we don't have to worry about that too much because we usually have peace here in our chat. We don't have too many crazy people pop in. Well, y'all may all be crazy, but you're
I'm probably crazier than the trolls are. So.
Y'all are not the troll crazy, so we kind of like that, and we hope you guys will come back and join us next weekend. Danny and I are just going to continue on. We've got, like I said, we're going to do a cabin talk sometime this week, and we're going to do a walk around of Deep South. Now, last time I walked you around, everything was looking pretty dry and pretty bad. Yeah. It was sandy. It was
powdery, dusty.
We now have rain the last 2 weeks, and it's not been a lot. Well, it's been a good bit of rain, I guess, but not enough to even get this much of the ground wet.
Right.
But the plants where he planted stuff is looking awesome, and I want to show you guys around. So we're going to do that this week. And we appreciate all of you, and we'll see y'all later.
All right, guys. You have a blessed night.